Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and let me tell you that this story is connected to our previous video. Make sure you watch it. Now without wasting time, let's begin the video. Currently, each of them had been strengthened to that of awakened demon lords. Foolish people. They won't be able to defeat us anyway. Thinking so, Kagali advanced towards Leon whilst basked in a feeling of absolute superiority. Intense battles commenced, and the situation declined quickly. The moderate clown troop were too strong. If the knights hadn't fused with the demons, they would have been defeated almost instantly. Leon analyzed the bad situation and ground his teeth. And, more importantly, yufu. Leon, you will end here. Your subordinates don't seem reliable either. And yet, you haven't become serious, even in this situation. I have realized your weakness. You are too soft. When I watched your fight against Yuuki-sama, I thought of this. This guy, he's really a softie who can't get serious since he is always protecting his subordinates. You make me laugh. Unlike us, who don't feel anything even if we sacrifice 200,000 angels, you intend to protect 1 million citizens. Did you seriously think that you could win if the two of us fight? No way, you didn't think something immature like the desire to protect something will become power, right? I investigated about how you created this city by gathering the oppressed people and orphans that you picked up. Also, I analyzed your behavior so far. Although you stand out with your villain-like speech and behavior, aren't you actually a nice guy? Yes, I understand. I know that you want to deny it too. However, no matter how you deny it, the fact that you cannot fight all out won't change. After all, your power is too strong. You would destroy this country if you fight seriously. That's right, Kagali's words were true. Leon's ability, Ultimate Skill Purity Lord Metatron, is a wide-range type ability suitable for large-scale annihilation. If he went all out, this magical city-state would be destroyed from the inside. And Kagali, who anticipated that the angels would be blockaded on the outside of the barrier, infiltrated with just her group. Against Leon, who can't go all out, she prepared more than enough forces. And now, the situation splendidly became just as how Kagali wished for it to be. Kagali, who was happy, attacked Leon whilst laughing. Attacking as if to torment him, Kagali was having fun cutting off Leon's path of retreat. In order to clear her long-time grudge, Kagali, who had reached the moment of her revenge, felt the greatest delight. Kagali, who fused both the powers of an awakened demon lord and the power of a seraphim-class angel, became a genuine monster. Even so, it didn't affect her desire to see Leon cornered and play with him to the end. And thus, she succeeded. Hey, how are you feeling now? I wonder what you feel at this point now that you've been cornered by the person whom you looked down upon. The God-class one-handed sword that Kagali held cut into Leon's gold circle. Although he was barely able to deal with all of her attacks, Leon was gradually being overwhelmed by the difference in strength. Although he thrust out his flame pillar, Kagali warded off the attack perfectly. Shut your trap. There's no need for me to get serious against someone like you, Leon answered without getting agitated. The odds were against him. Which was exactly why it was not the time to panic. Leon is someone who had awakened as a hero. He was certain that with just his basic fighting power he was capable of defeating Kagali without relying on his ability. However, that was a story from long ago. At this point Kagali had become a spiritual life form. Which means, although her appearance was an elf, her essence was something completely different. Kagali Demon Lord Kazaream was originally a long-range support type devil who excelled at rear support. Manipulating his pawns, he would skillfully achieve his goal. Hence, she knew well that she wasn't strong enough to fight at the front herself. That was why she reconstructed her body. She completely dominated her body with ultimate skill Dominion Lord Melchizedek. The current Kagali has the physical ability to be able to fight against Leon equally, and supporting her is Dominion Lord Melchizedek, which provides her with high battle senses. Thus, Leon's attack didn't reach Kagali. Instead, Kagali grew each time they clashed as she absorbed Leon's fighting style. For Leon, he was in a very bad situation. Though Leon was speaking as if he still had composure to spare, but he immediately realized that the situation was indeed abnormal. Impatience rose in Leon since he had underestimated his opponent too much. At that moment, one of Kagali's sword strikes finally grazed Leon's flank lightly. Leon received a small cut due to the tip of Kagali's sword entering a gap of his armor. Kagali, who saw that, smiled complacently as she laughed evilly. Yufu. Oh my. Leon, Even for someone like you, are you finally unable to handle my sword? My movement will become even faster, you know. I wonder if you will be alright with that. If you cry and apologize to me whilst prostrating on the ground and swear your allegiance to me, I will spare your life, you know. Phew. Shut up, I don't need to lower my head to the likes of you. Oh dear, I thought that you would say that. Well then she stopped talking for a moment, and deepened her evil smile. And then, I'll make your beautiful face soggy with tears and covered with remorse. I'll strip you bare, cut off your limbs, turning you into a Daruma doll, and then I'll attach a collar on your neck and parade you around in front of the citizens whom you protected. It will be fun to see the despair on their faces once they see your miserable and unsightly self. Even if they cry and beg for mercy, I won't spare them. I'll slaughter them one by one in front of you, and at the end, turn them into dog food. She declared those words and laughed loudly. Ho 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 ho. Wonderful. As expected from Captain Footman. Yes, so fun. I also like it. Tear, indeed, I didn't have that idea. I didn't even think of that, what a brutal act. Laplace, hearing Kagali's remark, all members of the moderate clown troupe praised her highly in excitement. Even Leon frowned when he imagined it. He thought that even a lowlife had a limit. Kagali smiled and grinned. Yufu. It's okay, Leon. Even if you destroy this country because you hate the idea of exposing your unsightly figure. If you get serious, I too, am willing to be fair and square and fight with you seriously, you know. She provoked Leon with a sneer which was like saying, you won't be able to do it. Now, Kagali didn't sense any threat from Leon since she felt she had become strong. If she could break Leon's high pride, she didn't care what sort of means she needed to take. Leon saw that it wasn't a bluff from Kagali's expression. If that was the case, Kagali could actually be equal to him or perhaps even stronger than him. In any case, it would be difficult to put an end to this without casualties from the citizens with the way the things were going now. Leon-sama, please don't mind us. Against fiends like them, you mustn't let them escape. All Rose and Claude advised Leon together. They were in their own desperate situations. However, they didn't remain silent when Leon was made a fool of. That's right. If he was defeated, the people in his country wouldn't remain safe after all. Forgive me, I will certainly kill this fiend. Leon steeled himself. Then he would do the only thing he could. Thinking so, he was going to release his powerful power. Please wait, Leon-sama. You do not need to worry, I have isolated this castle from the city. A clear woman's voice made him regain his senses. A devil lord named Misery. Also, the woman who was working together with Leon now. With Misery's ability, the castle was completely separated from the outside world. Observing the situation, Misery prioritized to take the most optimum action depending on the situation. Thanks to her, the situation would change once again. Kagali unpleasantly knitted her brows due to Misery's appearance. Ah? Aren't you Guy Crimson's follower? You were able to act on your own will, heh? It's been a long time, Kazaream-sama. I certainly thought that you had died on some plane, but that stubbornness of yours is the same as before. Phew. Nice speech, for a small fry who only hides in Guy's shadow. You want to try me? Well anyway, it's this side's victory to buy some time, because I had asked Demon Lord Remuru's aid, the reinforcements will come soon. Huh? Demon Lord Remuru's aid you say? Yufu, uhahahaha. Kagali burst into laughter due to Misery's words. It became a very loud laughter as Kagali's subordinates also joined in. What is so funny? Yufu. Demon Lord Rimuru has died, you fool. That annoying Demon Lord is already gone. About this time, Rimuru's subordinates must be in the midst of pandemonium. Whether due to an unsightly internal discord. Or are they splitting and naming themselves as the new Demon Lord? Either way, this matter won't be settled quickly. Of course, they won't be able to be reinforcements. Do you understand? As one might expect, Leon and Misery changed their expressions since Kagali said it triumphantly. It was too unexpected. But, they didn't feel Kagali was telling a lie going from her looks. Impossible? That stubborn Demon Lord wouldn't die so easily. Rimuru-sama, who was recognized by Guy-sama, that is impossible. Kagali, who was filled with a sense of superiority due to the two's reactions, answered them. Yufu. Oh well, it may be good to taste your despair. This great war, our victory is already set in stone. If you want to know why, It's because Demon Lord Milim is the one who destroyed Demon Lord Rimuru. Do you understand what this means? The strongest beings, that is Demon Lord Guy Crimson and Demon Lord Milim Nava, as well as that annoying Demon Lord Rimuru. Among those three, Demon Lord Milim Nava is under Veldasama's control, and Demon Lord Rimuru is dead. The remaining one that we need to be cautious of is Demon Lord Guy Crimson alone. And even that guy will face the strongest hero. And yufu. So, can you understand with this, right? Misery, you will die in this place without being able to see Guy in his last moments, and even Leon. To those two, well, let us begin then. Leon can go all out if this place is separated from the outside world. In that case I shall fight seriously as well. And, the two of you shall know despair. Saying so, Kazaream's body changed. From the beautiful elf's body into her optimized original Demon Lord Kazaream's body, and then, with his gushing tremendous power he gripped Misery and threw her to the ground. For Kazaream, it was a simple warm-up. Misery, who reacted late, received the attack directly. Due to the collision with the tremendous energy, it seems she received some damage. If he was careless it was clear that Leon would experience the same thing as Misery. But, Leon had a smile on his lips. Don't be conceited, Kagali. No, Kazaream. I will bury you once again like before. Leon responded such. If it's in an isolated space, Leon can also fight seriously. Misery also had enough spare power, as she calmly took a stance. Thus, in the castle that was completely separated from the outside world, the battle between Kazaream and Leon and Misery began. Leon decided that after he finishes this battle, he would check the authenticity of the story about Demon Lord Rimuru's death and switched over his thoughts. Discarded their pride in front of the despairing difference of power. The awakened Kazaream introduced himself as a great Demon Lord. And, he proved the power suitable to that title. The two came at him together, yet they couldn't defeat Kazaream. One of the four fiends of the Heaven Commanders, Kazaream, had mastered his ability and cornered Leon and co. Then as the fight became more intense, the second day of the Great War passed on. So guys, this was all for today's video. Hope you liked the video.